멋쟁이라고요? 알았어.
지민이 잘생겼다.
알아?
I think getting noticed by BTS is more than just a dream come true, and any ARMY would definitely lose it. However, not everyone is as lucky as these ARMYs who I'm about to introduce you to because, let me tell you, they're super pretty that even the boys weren't able to resist it. Are you ready to meet these gorgeous ladies? Getting a concert ticket is the hardest thing next to meeting BTS in person, and while not everyone is fast enough or skilled enough to get their hands on a BTS concert ticket, this ARMY was able to do both. And when I say she's the luckiest, I mean it, since during the concert, it was V who kept coming back to her. It's not an exaggeration though, because she has receipts to prove it. In a video she shared, you can see how Taehyung would pass their section too many times while the concert was ongoing, and that alone was already a win. However, V seems too mesmerized, he just has to stop and look. Another fan even said that V was flirting with a particular fangirl sitting near her, and after seeing the video, everything made sense. V even held the ARMY's hand and flashed her a finger heart before leaving, and honestly, I don't understand how this ARMY kept herself from fainting, but good job. And lucky you. Next up, we have Jimin making an ARMY feel like she's a queen. I mean, literally putting a crown on her head during a fan sign, and it's just super adorable. I know fan sign is another way for fans to interact with the boys and converse with them as friends would do, and since slots are competitive, ARMYs would make sure that they make the most out of the few seconds they were given. This particular ARMY decided to give gifts. Specifically, she prepared crowns for the boys to wear since they're the kings, right? Anyway, when it was Jimin's turn, the vocalist was obviously taken aback when she saw her, but not in a bad way though, since this ARMY is pretty, like very pretty. Are you curious what she looks like? Well, here she is. Monica Sahara, the lucky ARMY, actually shared this magical experience on her YouTube channel. It's really like something from a fairy tale. She shared that when she wore the matching crown she bought, Jimin smiled and told her, "You are a princess." And if that was not enough to melt her heart, Jimin even held her hands and was smiling from ear to ear all the time. Imagine how magical it might be. And by the way, Monica was gushing about her experience. I think we can all agree that she knows how special that moment was. Another fan sign moment is when Jungkook remembered this particular ARMY during one of their fan signs. To say that this ARMY had one-of-a-kind experience is an understatement, because imagine JK saying that he remembers you. Can you spot the moment when Jungkook realized she was a fan who also came to a fan sign for their previous promotions a year ago? It's adorable to see how he instantly recognized her. We all know these boys interact with thousands of ARMYs when they do fan signs, so to be remembered by the maknae is very special. Not to mention, Jungkook made sure to write her a special note, and of course he didn't forget to hold her hands before she go. I'm pretty sure this ARMY went home smiling and super happy, because it's not every day Jungkook tells you he remembers you, right? This is not the first time BTS was able to recognize their fans, since the boys have some skill of telling who from who. V actually did the same thing during a concert. And again, how can you spot someone in a crowd full of fans anyway? However, this one ARMY caught the attention of V, and he was able to remember her and even talk to her during a concert. In the video, Taehyung was visibly surprised when he saw her, but then he asked her a question saying, quote, "Yesterday?" And while it may be confusing at first, turns out this fan also attended the concert the day before where V saw her for the first time, and he was shocked to also see her present during the second day. The boys really tried to remember their ARMY's faces, huh? It seems like Taehyung has a thing for beautiful fans, since he once gave away his glasses to another fan during a live performance. This happened during day 2 of the Love Yourself, Speak Yourself concert at the legendary Wembley Stadium, and while a lot of good things happened during that concert, an ARMY was able to make the night a lot more memorable after V gave her a special gift. It's surely an interaction anyone would die for. Like, look at how V walked towards her and hands her the glasses with a big smile on his face. Meeting the boys at a concert is one thing, but getting a special gift from them makes everything more meaningful, right? There's also a time when J-Hope decided to give his favorite bag to an ARMY during one of their concerts. If you've been a fan for a while, you will recognize this cute tiny bag J-Hope would always wear during concerts. And one day, Hobi thought it would be a perfect gift to an ARMY. He even proceeded and described her specifically, which is very adorable of him to do so. Turns out this ARMY caught his attention while performing, and that was the deciding factor that she will be receiving the Get bag as a gift. Aside from being extremely pretty, J-Hope mentioned that this ARMY was cheering so hard throughout the concert, so he knew that she was very much deserving of it. In the end, Hobi went down the stage and personally handed her the present. Yup, he personally handed the bag to her. Of course, the lucky fan shared she was still shocked even weeks after. She even shared that she cried a lot after receiving the gift, which is now one of the most precious possessions she has. Isn't that only very relatable to her, and we wish she can keep it for a very long time. BTS's leader also has his fair share of interactions with pretty ARMYs, one of which is when he made eye contact with a fan during another fan sign. We all know that the rapper/leader is super cool and full of charisma whenever he's on stage, so it's surprising whenever he gets shy. In this particular instance, RM was the one who got shy when he made eye contact with a fan, and it's just the cutest. In the clip, you can see how Namjoon was chewing adorably on a snack when he locked eyes with a fan in the crowd. One would expect that the leader would react coolly, but RM wasn't able to hold eye contact and shyly looked away. Of course, ARMYs didn't waste their time and flooded the comment section with how adorable RM was and how lucky the fan was to be able to look RM straight in the eyes. Last but not least, I think this ARMY deserves all the love because she just gave Suga his own fairy tale moment. During a radio show, an ARMY sent a message asking whether Suga still remembers her, which is kinda odd the first time you hear it. However, seems something clicked inside the rapper's head and remembered this ARMY. This ARMY shared how she accidentally met Suga one night when she was out to buy something and it was raining, but Suga was just wearing a cap. So she ran after him and gave him her umbrella. The members were pretty shocked after hearing the story and were even more surprised when Suga said he actually remembers meeting the fan. In fact, he still has the umbrella with him. Well, we do hope next time we get as lucky as these fans too. If you think these fans are the luckiest, make sure to check out this video and see more ARMY interactions with the boys. See you next time!